Are you okay today? Are you happy today? Cristiano, Jonathan, Cristiano, can
I'm
you
happy, sir.
turn on your webcam? Okay. So we are still three of us, and I do hope that everybody is going to join soon. And before we start, I'd like to know if you are in a good condition. Tell me, Cristiano, how are you today?
I'm okay, sir.
That's good. What about Jonathan? How are you today?
I'm fine.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I'm happy to hear Mickey, Jonathan, and Cristiano are fine, are okay. Okay, so you guys at home right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jonathan and Mickey, are you at home?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now today, while we are waiting for others to come along, and here at my back, can you see some things there? So this is a sort of the story. We are today we are going to learn how to create a story. Okay. But before we are doing that, I'm going to explain to you how. Okay. Um, so today we are going to learn some words, some examples, how we can create a story. And later you will be able to me to mention to me what you can find in the elements of the story. Hari ini kita akan belajar tentang hal-hal yang harus disiapkan ketika membuat sebuah cerita. Dan nanti Pak Daniel ingin kalian mengetahui bagaimana elemen-elemen di dalam cerita. Oke, baik. Saya akan jelaskan beberapa langkah pertemuan kita pada siang hari ini. I'm going to start telling you the elements of the story. Okay. Later, I'm going to demonstrate some stories you might be interested in listening to. I do hope so. And next, I'm going to ask you questions if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, are you ready, guys? Okay. So if you do not mind, just turn on your webcam. Just turn on your webcam and feel free and feel relaxed. So when you show your face on the webcam, so we just feel like we are at school. We are like in the classrooms, okay? So that's okay. For Jonathan, for Phoenicia, for Gerald, please turn on your webcam so I can see if you are with me right now. Okay, please guys, turn on your webcam, Jonathan, just like what Mickey and Cristiano have done. Turn on your webcam, guys. Phoenicia, Gerald, Jonathan. Okay, just turn it on. Okay, now pay attention, okay? Okay, look, I'm trying to spot myself so everyone can see me well. Look, this is the pyramid. I believe that you're quite familiar with when you are going to Egypt, Masir, there you can find a lot of pyramids there. So pyramid is sort of the huge building and it looks like this. It's going to be sharp when you are going to the top. But the interesting shape of the pyramid is that when you are trying to go to the top, you are in the ground. You are in the lower level of the ground here. All right. So just like when you are telling a story, then you start with the beginning of the story. That is called, what is that? Exposition. Can you see that, guys? Please say that. Exposition. See that, everyone. Exposition. Come on.
Position.
Expose.
Exposition.
Okay. So exposition is the beginning part of the story. So at the beginning of the story, you will be introduced to the setting. The setting is the place where the story takes place. It can be in a market, it can be at the house, it can be in the classroom, wherever the story might take place. There are a lot of things. Besides places, you will be introduced to the characters. So in the exposition, it's just like the introduction to everything. The characters, the places, and when it happens, something's like. Okay. So that is sort of the introduction. That's the thing, that's the information you can find at the beginning of the story. Well, now, just like the pyramid, guys, so it's moving now. It's going to the top. So from the exposition, okay. So now we come to the so-called rising action. So in the rising action, you can find some interesting events, some interesting what happened in that story. So the people in the story maybe begin to do something adventure. I don't know, maybe they are quarreling because they have different ideas, something like that. So they have conflicts, they have problems, and they do not know how to settle the problems. And then it's going up to the top. Okay, just like what you see here, someone is trying to holding a ball and trying to get it in the top here. Okay, and then the problems cannot be resolved in one point in a story. They can solve the problem, and then when the problem is solved here, and then we come to the so-called falling action. All right, and the falling action, it means that they begin and they have peace among them. They are no longer quarreling, they are no longer fighting. And at the end of the story, there might be some sad ending, or some other story can be happy ending. Okay, that is called the resolution. The resolutions is the end of the everything in the story. Once again, guys, we start with the so-called expositions and then going to the top. All right, here we have the rising action. Okay, rising, can you see that? And then moving to the top, to the characters are quarreling and the problems cannot be solved until at one point at the top, at the climax, the problems begins to be solved. When everything is fine and the story begins to be cooling down, and then they have everything is just fine. In some stories, the characters may have a good experience, happy ending. In some other stories, they come to a very sad end. Okay, now let me ask you the question. Do you understand what is exposition? So someone please tell me what is exposition is. Please, using your own words. What is exposition? Maybe Gerald can say some things to me. What is meant by exposition, Gerald? Where can you usually find in the exposition?
At the beginning of the story.
At the beginning of the story, so you will find introduction, right? So the events, where it takes place, when it takes place, and the characters of the story. All right, right after the exposition, we are moving to the top. What is next? What can you find after the exposition? This one. Can you see?
Rising action.
Rising
Rising action.
Very good. Rising action, usually the characters in the story have problems. All right, and then they are moving to the top. What is the top here?
Climax.
Climax. All right, so in the climax, that's at the top. So they are trying to settle the problem. Okay, and then what is right after climax? What can you find? What can you find?
Falling action.
Falling action. And what's at the end? What's the end?
Resolution.
Resolution. All right, okay. So Cristiano, do you understand what is meant by resolution? What is
End
resolution?
of the story.
The end of the story. Do you like a happy ending story or sad ending story?
Set.
Oh, you like sad ending story. Why do you like sad ending story? Oh, you like just like it. It's okay. And what about Mickey? Do you like what? Do you like happy ending or sad ending?
Sad ending.
Oh, you like sad ending. Why you don't like happy ending? Why do you like sad ending? Why do you like sad ending, Mickey?
Sad boy.
Sad boy. Why do you like being a sad boy? Or why do you like to read someone who is in a sad condition at the end? And okay, while I'm waiting for Mickey's answer, what about Jonathan? Do you like happy ending or a sad ending, Jonathan?
Happy ending.
Or you like happy ending? What about the girl? Someone? Okay, what about here? Phoenicia? Hi, Phoenicia, tell me. Which ending of the story you like to hear, to expect?
Happy ending.
You like happy ending. Okay, so you have chosen your choice, happy endings. Some people, some students like happy ending, the other likes to read sad ending. Okay, please give me an example, Cristiano. If you have ever read a story that ends with sad ending. Give me an example of the story. Or maybe anyone is invited. Have you ever read that kind of story? You're smiling. What about Gerald?
Story.
Have you ever read any stories? Which stories that you like to read? What about Phoenicia? Have you ever read any stories you like that end with happy ending? Come on. You've never read that kind of story? Okay, now, what can you see at my back?
Kancil and buaya.
Dan buaya.
Today, I'm going to tell you about these two famous animals, kancil and buaya. Okay, now, most people think that kancil is a smart animal. This animal is smart, but you know, he can have a lot of ways to escape from dangers that he sometimes faces. So, for example, when he is somewhere in a journey, he meets with wild animals, and these wild animals are trying to eat the conchial, but the conchial can escape, but with a lot of strategies. Okay, and that's why, because he can escape from dangers because of the way he can manipulate things. He can escape from danger. And the other one is buaya. How you guys call buaya in English?
Crocodile.
Alligator.
Have you ever seen crocodile in your life? And where did you see the crocodile?
Yes.
Yes.
Where? Where did you see the crocodile?
At the zoo.
Predator Fun Park.
Oh, predator fun spot. The zoo. All right, what else? Have you ever met the crocodile somewhere on the street? Can the crocodile live on the street? Can he? So what are you going to do when you meet crocodile somewhere in your life? When you are on your way to school and then you meet a crocodile, what are you going to do? Are you going to come to crocodile and say hello, hello, crocodile?
Bukan.
No. Okay, so what are you going to do, guys? Going to feed crocodile? Hi, crocodile, this is a very good food. Please eat it. Are you going to do that? No? Why don't you?
No.
No, why do you say no? Why? So I want to listen to you guys. Why? Is a crocodile a nice animal?
Because I'm afraid.
You're afraid of?
Afraid of
Mhm. Why?
bit.
What makes you afraid of crocodile? Come on,
Can
guys.
kill you.
So the crocodile can kill you? All right, so crocodile is not like a dog. A dog is a fun animal, so you can play with. But with a crocodile, this animal is not your friend, okay? But this animal should be somewhere in the zoo for watching. In Taman Safari, all right? Okay, so the crocodile is a dangerous animal because what he really wants is just to eat, to make him full stomach. All right, so today we are going to hear how these two animals meet somewhere in the jungle. Someday, an animal called, Kanjil. Kanjil is on his way to the place that he likes to visit. So his favorite place is the garden of cucumber. You know cucumber? But the garden of the cucumber, do you know cucumber?
Don't know.
Lemon, cucumber. But the place where Kanjil is now to cucumber place, to cucumber garden is quite far away. And in order to go there, Kanjil has to cross the river. But because he feels very hungry, he dares himself to go to that place. When he comes to a river, Kanjil sees numbers of crocodiles waiting for getting the food for themselves. These crocodiles are very, very hungry. Very, very hungry because they haven't eaten for a couple of days. You can just imagine What happens to you when you have never eaten something for a couple of days? Just even when you are not eating for 3 hours, you feel hungry, right? You have a drink. Oh, see, this is a fasting period, right? Okay. So sometimes we are complaining about because we are hungry, because we are thirsty for only 1 hour, for only 2 hours. And today, these wild animals, crocodiles, have not eaten anything for a couple of days, 5 days. Just so you can imagine, these wild animals do not eat anything. Wow, can you imagine that? And Kanchil, is quite surprised to see these wild animals in front of him and the river. And that's the only way for Kanchil to cross to go to the place called the Garden of Mentimun. Okay. But Kanchil do not want to show his fear. Instead, he decides to talk to this crocodile. He's trying to figure out the way to escape from this, but then Kanchil wants to go to the place he likes to go. And one of the leaders, one of the crocodiles, I think, because he's the biggest one, he should be the leader of the crocodiles. Um, and Kanchil begins to talk to this leader. Hey, the leader, seems like you've never eaten anything. The leader said, oh, do you know, Kanchil? Because you look so unhappy and you look so tired. You do not move as you used to be, as you do something in your everyday activity. That's true. I haven't eaten anything for 5 days, and now we are waiting for something to eat, and I want to eat you. And Kanchil, trying not to surprise, trying not to fear, to be afraid of what is happening, and he begins to thought something like this. Well, you want to eat me? My meat is small. It's not enough for you guys. I have a lot of things for you. If I can count how many of you need food. But then you have to stand in line from this side to that side and call your friends how many of you like to eat good food from me. But then I need to get that food from that bank, not this bank, but from that bank. So that I have to cross this river. All right? Do you agree with that? And the crocodiles agree with that, and the leader calls his friends to stand in line from this side of the bank to the other side of the bank. And that's the way Kanchil begins to persuade this crocodile. And he begins to count 1, 2, and he jumps to another crocodile. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20. All right, now I'm on the other side of the bank. That's very good. You're very smart. You're very good crocodiles. You are listening to me, okay? All right, now guess. Kira-kira apa yang terjadi setelah Kanchil ada di situ? Di sisi menyeberang dari sisi yang berbeda, seberangannya. What can you guess? The Kanchil is escaping, right? And what happens with the crocodile?
Ditipu.
Ketipu. Okay. Wait, yeah. Okay, just like this, guys, you can imagine. So this is how the crocodile is, helping, seems like helping, but actually they are deceived by Kanjil. Okay, so I've gone through the exposition and then I show you the problem. The Kanjil is hungry. He wants to go to the garden of cucumber. And then the climate is that, Kanjil is being able to go to the other side of the bank and is safe. And the resolution is that Kanjil is safe and crocodiles are so angry, are so, so disappointed with this. And that's the resolution. And that's the end of the story. Nah, apa yang adik-adik bisa pelajari dari cerita ini? Pelajaran moral.
Jangan percaya orang lain. Jangan mudah percaya dengan omongan orang lain.
Oke. Bagaimana sisi itu dari mana kamu dapat simpulkan? Itu bagus sekali. Dari mana? Dalam ya?
Kancil minta tolong ke buaya. Nah, buayanya nurut aja. Kalau kan kancil pintar kan bisa jadi ditipu.
Betul sekali. Berarti mengambil posisinya si buaya ya. Ini Geral ya tadi.
Iya. Iya.
Jangan mudah ketipu. Nah, sekarang saya mau dengar dari Jonathan. John. Hidupkan kameranya, John. Biasanya orang bisa menjadi krokodil ini bisa ketipu karena apa, John?
Wait, sir, my internet has a problem.
Oh, you have a problem. Nah, ini ceritanya gini, John. Ini kan ceritanya si buaya ini kan ketipu ya. Dan tadi Gerald bilang jangan pernah menjadi orang seperti buaya yang bisa ketipu padahal dia badannya besar dan lain sebagainya begitu ya. Supaya tidak tertipu, John, apa yang harus dilakukan? Apa yang harus kita lakukan, John?
Ya, kita tidak boleh gampang mempercayakan orang lain.
Bagus. Oke, tidak boleh mempercayakan orang lain. Bagus, setuju sekali. Yang lainnya bisa kasih saran, Esra? Saranmu apa, Esra?
Makan dulu biar nggak gampang ketipu.
Bagaimana caranya, Esra?
Kalau dapat tahu kan harus dipikirkan dulu.
Dipikirkan dulu akibatnya, keputusan bagus sekali. Apalagi sarannya yang lainnya, Miki?
Jangan tergiurkan dengan hal baik yang ditawarkan.
Oke, ya. Baik, jadi adik-adik kita harus mengecek dengan seksama informasi itu ya. Apakah sesuai dengan apa yang disampaikan janjinya itu, gitu ya. Nah, biasanya penipuan-penipuan seperti ini terjadi di mana, adik-adik?
Hoax.
Oh, di kelas.
Loh, hoax.
Oh, hoax. Oh, hoax ya. Tak pikir di kelas. Oke. Biasanya hoax itu berita tentang apa, adik-adik? Berita bohong ya. Nah, beritanya biasanya menjanjikan hal yang baik, yang menyenangkan begitu ya. Padahal tidak sesuai dengan yang disampaikan, gitu ya. Berarti demikian juga kita ya sebagai orang yang kemungkinan besar akan menyampaikan berita, ya. Berarti kita supaya tidak dibilang hoax, adik-adik, ya, ketika kita menyampaikan berita entah itu di WA atau di mana saja, gimana caranya, adik-adik? Apa yang harus kita sampaikan saat kita mengirim pesan? Sampaikan pesan yang betul-betul bagaimana? Sesuai dengan
Yang berasal dari sumber yang terpercaya.
yang keras, Miki, nggak dengar suaranya?
mengirimkan pesan yang berasal dari sumber terpercaya.
Oke, sampaikanlah dari sumber yang terpercaya. Pintar sekali. Coba sarannya Cristiano. Apa sarannya Cristiano? Supaya
Benar-benar memastikan bahwa pesan itu memang benar adanya.
benar adanya. Bagus. Sarannya Jonathan apa? Supaya kita tidak dibilang sebagai orang yang membawa hoax. Sarannya apa? John?
Kita harus memberikan pesan yang memang terjadi.
Sesuai kenyataan ya. Giral, ada masukan?
Kalau mau ngasih tahu informasi apapun harus diselidiki lebih dalam itu benar apa hoax.
Oke, baik. Nah, sekarang seandainya ya banyak kita temukan ya kan orang seperti buaya ini ya di dalam kehidupan kita ya. Nah, caranya kita mengibaratkan diri kita seperti buaya itu. Ketika ditipu, apa yang dirasakan bagi orang yang mendapat penderitaan penipuan?
Kecewa.
Kecewa, apalagi? What else? Disappointed, disappointment, what else? If you are deceived by someone else and just take a position as a crocodile being deceived by a conscience. So what are you feeling? Disappointed. Ang? Marah.
Angry.
Angry. Okay. Okay, so angry, disappointed. Sometimes people cannot hold the emotion. They are crying because they are losing something, money, something like that. All right? Okay. Okay, today we are learning about the elements of the story. Okay, guys, what is the first part of the beginning part in the story? Can you mention that? What is that?
Exposition.
Exposition. That's very good. What is the expositions then? What is the exposition? Come on. What is the expositions, guys?
Exposition is the beginning of the story.
Right. That's very good. So what is next then? What's next then?
Rising action. Rising action.
Rising action. So what is rising action actually, Cristiano?
Menjelang ke cerita ke inti tengah.
Okay, bagus. Very good. So what is after rising actions, guys? Please help me to find this answer.
Climax.
Climax. So what's climax then?
Inti ceritanya, inti masalah.
Akhir dari satu permasalahan. What can you find the climax in the cerita of Kancil with buaya? Esna? What is the climax? Ketika apa itu ceritanya pada saat cerita Kancil dan buaya?
Kancilnya ketemu buaya. Buaya yang apa?
Very good. Kancil ketemu buaya, terus apa yang puncaknya? Cerita itu?
Oh, kancil berhasil kapok.
Pelan-pelan Esra, Pak Daniel nggak dengar.
Kancil berhasil kapok. Buaya.
Oh, okay. All right. So what is after climax? What is after climax?
Falling action.
Falling action. Things is going to be cooling down. And what's the last one? Resolution. Okay, do you understand now, guys? And this is how story should happen. Okay, do you have any questions today? Do you understand? Do you understand that? That's easy, right? Okay. So I think that's enough for today. That's enough for today. And please turn on your webcam. All guys, coba dihidupkan webcamnya dulu. Okay, that's good. So guys, that's enough for today. Okay. Thank you very much, Mickey, Jonathan, Gerald, Cristiano, and Ezra. Thank you very much for being with me. I do hope that you are in a good condition and be motivated. Okay. So keep praying that someday we are going to meet. Okay. I believe that you miss your class, but please be patient until the condition is under control. Okay. So thank you very much. Send my regard to your family, Mickey, Cristiano, Gerald, Jonathan, and Ezra. Thank you guys, and I see you next week. Okay? Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, goodbye.